Alright, so we just got a new trailer for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, and it's just a teaser. It's as long as like the last teaser we got, but there's a lot of exciting things that I want to point out in this trailer. So yeah, this is going to be my breakdown video on The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live Teaser 2, so stay tuned. And now, before we actually get into the video, I'd like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for the growth. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And let's get to that goal of 5,000 subscribers. And this growth is all because of you guys. Honestly, I really appreciate it. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. And now, this teaser actually does start off with Rick's voice, and he's actually the one talking in this teaser this time. Compared to how, like, the last teaser, Michonne was actually talking. This time, Rick is talking. And we actually do get that shot that we did get in the last teaser of Rick walking in the red fog, and then he actually says, "I tried to get away," and then it actually does show Rick trying to take down a walker. Now this walker looks like a burning walker, and again, like, we're not 100% sure if this is a variant of some sorts, and we did see this walker in the behind the scenes pictures when the shooting of the show actually did start. And now, the theory here is that this is a durable walker, and of course it makes sense for variant walkers to be in this show because of course it's revolved all around the CRM, and these could be CRM experiments. But let's just give it like a benefit of the doubt and just say that these are just normal burning walkers that Rick is trying to take down. But again, if these walkers are normal walkers, they wouldn't be much of a threat to Rick or anyone else there. So it would actually be very cool if these are durable walkers and you're just seeing Rick go up against them, because it does look like he's having a hard time with them. And as we did see in The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, the most recent episode 5 for it, we did see the running walkers, and the running walkers were durable walkers, right? Daryl tried hitting them in the face, but the walk just got back up and started running towards Daryl. So this could be the same exact case here. We could see this scene right here that Rick tries hitting the walker in the head with his hatchet, and then the walker gets back up and he's still on fire. Now, where Rick says, "I tried to get away," and now this the general consensus here is that he's talking to Michonne, right? He's probably face to face with Michonne, but personally I think that he is writing down all of this in his notebook, because again, like we did see at the end of season 11, Rick is he's writing down a message for Michonne, and then he actually throws it on the boat. This could be him just talking to himself and writing everything down, because he doesn't know if he'll be able to escape the CRM, and he might die in the process. So he's just writing down the messages for Michonne and everyone else, and then just in case if he does die, they will actually know that he did try to escape, he did try to come home, but he was unsuccessful. But of course we do know that at the end of the show, Rick is most likely going to be successful, and he's going to make it back to Alexandria with Michonne. And also on top of that, with the new episode of The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, Carol actually does say that someone came back, and at the end of the show we might get an explanation for that, and she could be talking about Rick, which again, the timeline of the show and The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon might either happen at the same time, or The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon takes place after the show. So let's just see. And now we do get this other shot right here of Rick, and I just want to say that this looks amazing, right? This is probably the best that Rick Grimes has ever looked. This is a good mix of season 5 and season 8 Rick Grimes, and he just looks so badass in my opinion. But in this shot right here, we do see a 51 behind him. Now again, this could not mean anything, right? This could just mean that this is the building that he's put in, right? With the rest of the prisoners, and this is just a building number 55. 51, and he's just put in here as a prisoner, or he's about to exit this door that is labeled 51 to actually go into a certain area to kill walkers. So let's just see. And now we do get another shot of Rick. This shot here was actually in the last trailer, but we got a better look at it, and it looks like that Rick is stabbing a walker, and the people behind him, the other CRM workers, right, the people that are wearing the same jackets as Rick, they're actually cheering him on. So I don't know if this is some sort of arena system that they have here that Rick is fighting for his survival, or because again, the next scene right after this, it's just one quick shot, and it actually does show a walker, like, poking his head through a window of some sorts. Now again, this walker is burnt. Now again, we did see these walkers in the behind the scenes footage, like how I actually did mention before, and we did see, like, this could be the same walker from the first shot of this trailer where Rick is actually versing like a walker that's on fire. Now again, like, this could mean that this walker is durable, and Rick, it does look like he's having a hard time killing this one walker. And of course, if this is part of the same scene, right, he's screaming and it looks like that he's stabbing the walker and the rest are cheering him from behind. So again, like, Rick could be the first one to kill these like this variant of walker, if this is a variant at the end of the day. And now we do get another shot of Rick, and he's like sitting against a brick wall, and this looks like the same brick wall that walker was actually poking his head through. So this is right after that scene. It looks like it's right after that scene where he actually does end up killing that burning walker. And just to point out, like, it does look like that he's sitting in that same position, like, how, like, after he killed Joe, right, against the car with Daryl, right, he's sitting that same exact position. So I just want to point that out. This could mean something. This could mean that Rick is going back into his red machete phase, and this is where we see him going back into his red machete phase, right? This could be that moment where Rick Grimes actually breaks once again. And now, he's wearing a glove. Now, why would he be wearing a glove? It's either like some sort of CRM clothing, like, thing that they have to wear. They have to wear gloves. Or Rick's hand could be burnt by that burning walker that we did see, right? And or maybe Rick could have ended up getting bitten, but I don't know why would he wear a glove instead of cutting off his own hand. Now, my best bet here is that Rick got his hand burnt, right, by the burning walker, and then he's just wearing the glove as some sort of protection. And now this next shot right here, we actually do see Rick holding, like, the iPod, right, or iPhone, iPod, right, no, who cares what it is, but again, he's holding the phone, and it has a sketch of Michonne in. Now, this is the same phone and the same sketch that we did see in The Walking Dead Season 10 when Michonne actually does find the clue that Rick is still alive. But the difference here is that it's only a sketch of Michonne and not Judith. So again, this could be a different phone, or somehow, like, after this scene, like, he sketches in Judith. I'm not sure what to make of that. But again, like, this is that same phone, so we will be seeing a, like, like the process that Rick actually did sketch in, like, Michonne and Judith's picture, and then he actually finds that boat and he throws his bag on it, right, like how we did see at the end of season 11. We might get an extension of that scene that, like, Rick was trying to escape, and then, like, he was in this boat, because, like, the background, it kind of does look like that boat. I don't know what to make of it. So again, Rick could be sitting in that boat, right? He could be, like, just in there and sketching, or Rick is in that same place where he was in season 11, or this could be that same this could be just be like another phone that he's sketching Michonne again, and then he's trying to send his message across. But in my opinion, this does look like his starting process of actually making Michonne sketch on the phone. And now, we get this shot of Michonne here, and again, it's not really that different from the previous trailer, right? It's just Michonne walking through the fog, and there's not much to make of it, because, like, again, she's wearing that same armor as she was in the end of season 11, and again, we did see that in the last trailer. And Michonne's scenes that they actually do show is not that different from the last teaser. It actually seems to me that, like, the shots that they actually took for the shots that they actually did show for Michonne in this teaser were the same exact ones from the last teaser. So again, like, there's not much to talk about Michonne here, but again, we do hear Rick's a monologue in the back, and he says, "I still love you, just know that, like, I tried to escape." Basically, he's reassuring everyone that, like, he's trying to escape. He didn't forget about everyone, right? He's still trying his hardest even after all these years, but he's not able to escape. That's where Michonne will find his message, and she will free Rick, and then they'll escape the CRM. And now, what do I think of this teaser? This teaser, personally, I think was a really good teaser. I was expecting a longer teaser, probably like a minute long, right? Because we already did get a teaser like 2 months ago. I was expecting, like, something a little longer, right? Like something with more scenes. But at the end of the day, we didn't get that, so you know, whatever. You know, it's okay, it's fine, because they have to wait until The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon is done, like, you know, its season finale. Then they have to wait until Fear the Walking Dead has its moment, and then they'll be able to, you know, promote and market this show as much as they could. Because again, this is Rick Grimes and Michonne, right? This spin-off is the most hyped up spin-off, right? You know, that's just a fact at this point, right? More than, like, you know, like a Dead City, you know, like the Daryl's spin-off, and Fear the Walking Dead, and also the 3 unannounced spin-offs that I'm pretty sure they're not going to reveal today. This spin-off right here is the most hyped up spin-off, and I think even I heard on Twitter, I was when I was actually waiting for this trailer on Twitter, I was just you know, refreshing every one or 2 minutes, and I did see somebody post that at New York Comic Con, Scott Gimple did say that this is a limited series and this is only 6 episodes. So, you know, that's kind of that's a little, like, you know, I don't like that, to be honest, right? I want this to have like a season 2 or a season 3, but you know, I could see what they're doing here, that, you know, they just want Rick and Michonne to have their moment in a limited series, and then potentially, like, you know, how I actually did mention in my previous videos that they're gonna do a Walking Dead crossover. So I think that this is what they're building up towards, right? Because again, Rick and Michonne, they need to complete their own story, they need to escape the CRM, and then we might actually get an explanation for the scene that we actually did get in episode 5 of Daryl Dixon, where Carol actually did say that somebody came back, and everybody's saying that that's Rick, right? She's saying Rick, and actually does sound like Rick, because again, I did get a nice comment in my video, right? And you know, the person actually did say that, you know, they actually you know, toned, like, you know, the scene a bit, right? And you know, they changed up like the audio, and you know, they made it slow motion, and then they actually did hear Rick. So again, like, shout outs to that viewer, I really appreciate it. And you know, just because of that, I personally think that it's Rick, and we will get an explanation for that scene at the end of this show, probably the season finale. And now that's it for today's video. I'd like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for the growth. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And you know, I made this video as soon as possible. I just watched the trailer like, you know, a few minutes ago, right? So I just want to make the video as soon as possible, and you know, just get the news out there, and you know, my own theories, or you know, just break down speculation, just like, you know, just a general discussion about this teaser with you guys. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and please tune in for more Walking Dead content in the future. Thank you.